Hey guys, instead of a newsletter this time, we thought we would send a video. Many people have been asking about what's going on in Haiti right now and what's going on with our ministry. So I wanted to give you an update, almost a newscast, letting you know exactly what we know right now of what's going on politically and with the assassination of the president. As many people know, the president was assassinated this past week. I'm going to give you what we know, what we've researched to be absolutely true at this point. There are many, many rumors going around, so I want to give you what we know to be true. A group of militants, no one knows their actual origin, but a group of militants, highly trained militants, came to the president's palace. They announced falsely that they were from the Department of the Drug Enforcement Administration of the United States. And they asked, over loudspeakers, they told the palace guards to put down their weapons. They did, and they came in and shot the president 12 times, and shot his wife too, though she survived and is in Miami as of late, in a hospital as of yesterday, as far as I understand. Several people have been captured so far. They are Haitian American, Haitian, and Colombian descent so far. Whether all of these people will be charged fully and after an investigation, no one seems to know right now. No one is taking credit for this right yet. I don't know that anyone will. Was it cartels? Was it politically motivated? No one knows, and anyone who says they know at this point is probably just making it up. The president himself was under fire. People say, was this political? The president himself was under fire from the very moment of his when they put him in power, simply because there's so many issues with the election several years ago. I know Americans can't possibly imagine there being an issue like that, but there were a lot of questions behind the legitimacy of the actual election. So many factions within the government are saying that he wasn't legitimate from the first place. Others are saying at this point he was trying to consolidate power, to be in control in perpetuity. All of those things, we don't know what is true. So was it politically motivated? We have no idea. We just don't know. No one seems to know at this point. So here are the things to pray for. As a ministry, how does this affect us? How does it affect the ministries of the churches going on in Haiti right now and the people? The people are in shock. People say, well, isn't Haiti a violent place? Well, Haiti has its issues, but this is only, from what I understand, the second assassination that this country has ever dealt with. There have been coups d'etats before, but never an assassination. I believe there was one in the 1800s, but that's all I can find out so far. Here's the things to pray about. Right now, the prime minister is in control. He is at the top of the government, but he himself is in a temporary position. He was appointed. He's in a temporary position, and there was a new prime minister supposed to be inaugurated very soon. So now there are two men sitting there going, who's in charge? That's a huge issue. The next is the fact that there is a 1987 Constitution in place right now that was ratified in 1987. There was also a major amendment put into that Constitution right after that, several years after that, but it wasn't fully ratified. So right now, the country is in kind of a constitutional crisis, and we know what that feels like too, having almost been there in the last few years. So there are a lot of things right now that are allowing gangs, cartels, and just people with bad motives to take advantage of it. Right now, their kidnappings are on the rise, things like that. murders on the rise. The actual government with the Haitian National Police are trying to keep things as quiet as possible. Markets are opening again, things like that. People are trying to get back to normal, within 2 weeks of this event. But it is difficult right now to know where they're heading. So here's how to pray. I've said this for many years. You cannot legislate the hearts of men. You can't. The churches right now are seeing an influx of people like they haven't in a long time. The church in La Saline that we support saw several people saved this past Sunday. So I believe that God is moving within his people and within the country. And that's what it's going to take. You can't legislate the hearts of men. You can't dictate peace, and you can't incarcerate peace either. There won't be enough incarcerations in that country to bring about peace. Only the Prince of Peace will do that. Only the Prince of Peace will do that. Someone asked me last week in my church, can Haiti be saved? Now, they were talking about politically. My statement to them was salvation can only come through the author of salvation. Only Jesus Christ can help this place. And many people in Haiti right now are crying out for the first time, Jesus, save us. And so that's what we need to pray. I want to end on a good note, though. Our ministry, A Door to Hope, has continued to provide food distribution to the church in La Saline, to several villages in the area, every single month in the last 2 years. And it's not going to stop. As long as people continue to support, every month we're providing a food distribution. I also want to announce that in 2 weeks, actually 10 days from now, we will be taking our inaugural trip to the Dominican Republic to work with Haitian families in the bateys, in the sugarcane fields in the Dominican. We're leaving with our very first group. We're going to be doing a vacation Bible school. We'll be doing food distributions, and we'll be working on a school. So we're still working with the Haitian families. We're still doing everything we can as a ministry to minister to the people of Haiti and the Haitian people of the Dominican. So pray for us, pray with us, that God continue to move and we see salvation. That's our prayer. Thanks so much, and thanks for your support.